Warning, this content is not for kids. If you're a kid, fuck off.
Frankie and I, shit, it's a podcast where we talk shit all fucking day. Frankie and I, shit, it's a podcast where we talk shit all fucking day.
All right, hello, welcome to another episode of our podcast. It's a very simple podcast, and we started off with a very simple question. Who the fuck are you?
I'm the boy Frank. Who the fuck are you?
Well, can I be frank with you?
Who else would you rather be? Smug, smug, smug. Because we nailed it this time.
Nailed it! I mean, it's only been like, what, 2 years? And we nailed it.
Probably. It's been over 100 episodes. No, it's not been over 100 episodes.
No,
We've not even got to 100. We've got to. It's been nearly 60 episodes, and we still don't quite nail it.
Think about that, though. 60 episodes in, like, 2 years. That's a horrible release, like, rate. Like, yeah,
Especially
motherfuckers, you
when
get one,
there's-
like, every couple
Especially when
months.
there's 52 weeks in a year.
That's what I'm
and we should
saying.
be up-
We went strong for like 50 episodes, and then we were like, you'll get it when we
Kinda
feel like
life
it.
got in the way, man. And we
Yeah.
don't even have the excuse like where Kevin Smith, like, oh, by the way, I'm writing a movie, right? I'm writing and directing a movie right now, so there won't be any podcasts for
Yeah.
a bit.
Tell you a
I
big
just had
thing.
a serious wank fest right now, so there won't be any podcasts for a bit. I need
Well,
to recover
one thing
from
that fucked us up is we used to record earlier for both of us. Like, I used to
Yeah.
work overnight, so I'd get home.
Yeah, because of our
And-
time difference. Yeah,
Exactly.
we need to explain that people listening to this
There's
don't understand. There's a 7-hour time difference
Yeah.
between us two, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so is it 7 or is it 8?
It depends on that fucking daylight saving.
Oh, that's
things.
right.
It
Okay,
depends
so I
on
think
that
it's-
shit, man.
I think it's like 8 right now. So yeah, like, so 8
It
hours
was
apart.
8 to start off with, and it went to 7, and then it did go back to 8, but it stayed 8 for a long time for a while, man.
Anyways, enough of us fucking figure out what the fuck our problem is. What was the question you had?
I'm going to tell you straight away. I stole this question from another TV show. As soon as it was asked, I'm like, why the fuck have I never asked Frank this question before?
Okay.
I know for a fact you'll appreciate these. You'll appreciate. Right, I'm just going to get into it. Right. So, it's a multiple choice question, of course,
Okay.
but it's one of those what kind of superpower would you prefer?
Right.
Not which one would you like. Which one would you prefer?
So I have to. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. So here's the question, right? Right. So a mad scientist has captured you, and he's did some mad experiments, and he's given you one superpower, right?
Okay.
But here's the clauses.
Somehow I don't think I asked for the superpower.
No, you don't. You never asked for this superpower anyway whatsoever. He's captured you. He's fucking kidnapped you. You were on your way to buy yourself a bagel on the way to work or some shit, man. He's just thrown you in the back of a van and then experimented on you. And at the end of this experiment, you've got a superpower. But you've got a choice of 3 superpowers, right? Now, here's the choice. You
Okay.
can fly, but the condition is it's only horizontally at walking speed, and it's only 6 inches off the ground. Or,
So I'm not flying. I'm hovering,
yeah, yeah, but you're
and
still
I
flying.
could probably run faster.
No,
or get in a
right,
car.
wait a minute. I'm not finished yet. Or you can talk to animals, but every fucking animal on the planet knows you can talk to them, and they all want to talk to you, so you never get a minute's peace. Or you can walk through walls, but when you do, all your clothes fall off, and you're always naked on the other side of the wall. So that's your 3 superpowers. Do you want me to go through them again? Because it was
No,
quite a
no,
lot
no,
there.
no, no. Where did you get this from? Because it sounds familiar.
It's from a TV show called Hypothetical.
Okay, I know my choice. and it's actually I guarantee you didn't think of this, right? So fuck the flying. Like I said, I could fucking
'Cause
run
that's
faster,
boring,
get in a
that
car,
one's,
drive
that
faster,
defeats
right?
itself straight away. I
The
get that.
animal one,
I get,
the animal one's kind of cool, right? That's
mhm.
kind of cool. But I mean,
you
they
never
never
get any a
fucking shut
minute's
up.
silence. Yeah, you're
Here's
right.
the
Yeah,
thing, though. Here's the thing, and it might take a while, but if you can pass through a wall, that means your hair can pass through the wall. So if you grow your hair long enough and you weave fabric out of it, you could create clothing that would pass through that wall with you.
Nah,
Boom, bitch.
that's the
Yeah.
clause, man. No, the
No,
clause is
no,
any.
no,
No,
fuck
no,
you.
that's the
If my
clause.
body can go through the wall, that means my
Mhm.
hair can go through the wall. That means that if I'm wearing a shirt of hair, it's following me through
Nah.
that fucking wall, motherfucker.
You,
Yeah,
you
they
don't
they
get to,
literally
you don't
did
get
that.
To do, no, you don't get to do that, man. If your
Motherfucker.
hair's attached to the clothing, your clothing just stays there, and your hair gets stuck, and so you just end up snapping your neck every time you try and pull
No,
your hair
no,
through.
no.
No,
that's,
that's how it
no.
no, that's the rules. There was only stupid rules, and you're trying to bend the stupid rules.
I'm not bending anything. I'm
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
cheating.
It's like,
Okay?
Yeah. Well, is that not the same
So-
thing? Is
Shut
that
up.
Not the same thing.
Shut up. Shush. So here's the thing. There's an anime out called My Hero Academia, and it's a world where everyone has powers. And it's about a school that teaches students to use their powers to become superheroes. And one of the top students, that's his power, is he can pass through anything, but his clothes don't. So they crafted him a super
that's
suit
cool.
out
That's
of his
cool.
hair,
I wonder
so
if that's
he
where
can
they
take
got
it
that
with
idea
him.
from.
So immediately when you said that, I was like, ah ha ha, I can fucking cheat this motherfucker, because I've already seen that in action. And honestly, that motherfucker's a badass, because what he is able to do is he uses it as like a kind of a dash attack. He'll jump through a wall, go down on a ground underneath them, and come out the other wall. But he just keeps doing it. Like, he's super quick. He just keeps flying out of nowhere and like decking you.
And gamer technology.
Right.
Terms,
Yeah,
or
and then
gamer
like
terms, ghosting.
someone tries to hit him, and they can't hit him because he just becomes incorporeal. That's a good one. I like that one. I've got one for you. This one my coworker asked me, because I've got a coworker that asks me this shit all the time.
Bring it. Bring it.
So
Bring it.
you got super speed,
Okay, which is a winner straight away for me
But-
if you paid attention to the last podcast. That's the winner
But-
straight away, but let's hear what's next.
but you don't have super endurance. So
So you don't heal.
yeah, like
You're always super tired, so you need to keep fucking
Like,
eating
if
the
you-
amount
if
of
you
calories
run,
to,
you
Mhm.
could kill yourself because you just drained your body because you ran
Yeah.
super fast and your body.
Oh,
Or
that's nice. I like that, man. I like that. That's a
Right?
nice wee touch.
I've only got two. Or you can fly, but you can't control when it turns on or off.
Well, clearly I'm going to go for speed. At least I can control that. Dude, I was always going to go for speed straight away, but nothing's ever going to beat super speed. But I genuinely always imagined.
what'll beat
even
super
when I was
speed.
a child, I always imagined that I'm going to need to eat lots and lots and lots to maintain the calories I need to maintain super speed. Fuck me, man. You need to eat three whole cooked chickens a day just to get the protein to boost that amount. And
I love how they
and that's
stopped.
just for the boost.
Yeah, they stopped talking about that in Flash. Like in early seasons,
Yeah,
like there's like
they mention-
always
you're
pizza
right, they did
boxes and
mention it.
shit. And then they're kind of just like,
nah. Dude, not only that, they mentioned how he can't get drunk because he's fast metabolism. But then it cuts to like later, like they even made it was his fucking sidekick, the guy
Cisco?
with the hair. Yeah, he made like a synthesized
yeah,
alcohol thing.
that was like super
And-
super
yeah,
potent.
and
And
it
Barry's
only
like,
lasted,
I
like,
feel
5
something.
seconds.
And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's gone. Yeah.
Dude, there's episodes later where he gets drunk. Like, he's actually drunk in a bar. And you know this bar's not selling this synthesized stuff. Do you know
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not happening, man? Yeah, it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Did exactly what you just said. They've come up with something that's cool, and then they're like, doesn't really fit what we're trying to do now, so let's ignore it and hopefully nobody notices.
That was
But
cool
people
for
like
that
Frank
episode.
Noble's like, yeah, I remember the time you says that this motherfucker needed X amount of calories.
Well, I was just gonna say I've got a coworker that is always asking those types of questions, and I love it. Like the you can have this but this, or you can have this but, like, he's always asking. He was the one that gave me the question, you can have any superpower you want, but if anyone knows what it is and says it out loud, you die. Like, he gave me that question.
That's that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Right, but anyway, my point was, it wasn't a co-worker, it was your boss scenario. How are you getting on with that?
It's fine.
You're clearly not the temporary boss anymore because the boss is
No.
back.
Yeah. Oh, I did tell you about that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but I did get intrigued because you had a proper boss clientele. No boss.
Oh, that's right.
You
I
had a proper
messaged
boss
you.
scenario.
Yeah, that's right. I fucking
how's
messaged
this
you.
gonna pan out?
Okay. Well, that's so. Yeah, I was acting supervisor for the week. So I work in a hardware store, Home Depot. It's a large, like, hardware warehouse. And my job is part of the merchandising team. So we facilitate the entire store, not just one section like most people. We are over the entire store. So we have a lot of shit to do. And
you're not employed by the store. You're another.
No, we're employed by the company.
Yeah,
so the
exactly.
store has no say over us.
That's a huge point, man. That's a huge
Oh
point.
yeah, oh yeah. The store and the store managers have no say over us. So, you know, I was acting supervisor last week, and there's a lot to get done, and we had to set end caps, which is the end of an aisle, and those are usually reserved for high selling things. We had to set new product in all of them, and, you know, if we can't find the product, we set it, we move on, we put in what we can, we move on because we got too much to do. So we had done that, and it's like that Wednesday we were doing that, and we might have mentioned that, I might have on the last pod. I come in Thursday morning, I'm going about my normal shit, you know, getting things done. Store manager approaches me, and he starts questioning me about why one of the end caps is empty. And so my first response was like, all right, well, you know, make an excuse. And I was like, well, there wasn't a lot on hand. And then I realized, I was like, don't lie to the guy. Just answer him honestly. I was like, we have a lot to get done, and I'm not getting paid to stress about something like that. Very simple. Very, very simple.
Straight to the point.
This guy though did not like my choice of words of I'm not getting paid. And proceeded to lecture me.
I forgot that bit.
for like a full, like, 10-15 minutes in the middle of the sales floor. Literally, people are walking up
in front of your staff and your customers.
Yes,
in front of everybody, man. Yeah.
And I'll get into what he was telling me in a minute, but, like, every time I tried to say a counterpoint, he would just, like, essentially beat me down, like, go over and, like, in, like, blah blah, like, just talk over, to the point where I realized, all right, he's not looking for a discussion here. He's looking to tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's a power shift going on there.
This is a store manager that makes, I don't know how much fucking money a year, but he's salary.
Pause for a second, right? You've got to remember that he's now feeling very threatened because temporarily, fucking not even, dude, you were in a fucking slight position of power for like a week, 2 weeks, or whatever it was that you were like while your boss was doing it. So that one little segment of you being a higher authority has freaked him out enough that he's now got to assert power on you when you've now become Lord. Are you back to fucking shelf stacking it, yeah? Well, fucking hold this.
And here's the thing too, like, I know in his mind what he's doing is helping me. He's teaching me.
You think so?
Oh, dude, I know for a fact that he's teaching me a valuable lesson in his mind. Dude, 100%. I know that's what he thinks.
I know he's trying to teach me.
But, cocksucker, I don't fucking like your lesson, and I don't want to listen to it, and I don't like being talked to like that in front of people. I don't like being
Yeah,
talked
man.
down to like I'm back in fucking high school or something.
I forgot
So
that
what
this was in front of everybody for a second.
so what he starts telling me is that I need to change my attitude. That is not the attitude that you need to have in a place like this.
That's the
All right?
text message
You need to
sent
come
me
to
saying,
work.
I just been told I need to change my attitude, but that's all you
Oh,
said.
okay. And keep this in mind. This is a guy, like I said, he makes a shit ton of money. He's salary, meaning he gets paid the same amount whether he's in the store or not.
Just pause for 1 second, right? I genuinely was a way to hand you a joint now. I was like, here, have some of this.
So yeah, so he's salaried, which he gets paid the same amount whether he's in the store or not. He's getting his wage regardless of anything. He also gets 2 huge bonuses a year.
For
all right,
being a boss and a supervisor.
from being a
and
boss,
yeah,
and being the store manager.
Which I would imagine he's had to pass
Look,
some kind of safety course because like I'm now a fucking supervisor of like.
he's had to do a lot. Like no, he runs the entire store, and don't get me wrong, he worked his way up. He deserves the money. But what you need to remember is someone who is working in that position and making that should never say what he said to someone who's working hourly and makes shit. All right? So my attitude was bad. Okay, sorry, let me get into it again. So he's telling me my attitude is wrong. I need to change my attitude. And specifically, what he meant was that when I come into work, if I want to be successful, I need to think about getting the job done first. And then worry about what I'm going to be compensated for it. And that if I change my attitude, I would be more successful, not only in my career, but in my personal life, which immediately when he said that, I was like, motherfucker. Like, I didn't say anything out loud, but I'm like, you don't know anything about my personal life. And here's the thing is, like, every single thing I said, he didn't care. Like, and I told him, I was like, look, I didn't want to lie to you. That's why I said that. I was telling you the truth. I don't want to stand here and make up excuses. I'm just going to tell you flat out. Look, I don't have to worry about that. That's not my job. But that's the wrong attitude. And he tried to compare what I was doing to what he's doing. He's like, well, my boss, the district manager, is out, and so guess who's acting district manager right now? And I go, how long have you been a store manager? Yeah, I go, how long have you been a store manager? 13 years. Okay, so that's a little bit different, you being a manager for 13 years and me literally just my first week supervising people. And he goes, but I've never been trained to be a district manager, so it's the exact same thing. And he's like,
but
look,
you've never been trained to be a supervisor. You just found yourself in that role because of circumstance.
Here's the thing. I had no preparation for that. He had 13 fucking years of preparation to be a district manager.
I suppose he did,
cocksucker.
yeah, you're right, man, because he became a store supervisor before he became the role that he is now. So before he did the role that you just found yourself in, he was trained to do that. You're right. You're totally right, man.
This motherfucker literally told me that he worked his way up from being a cart pusher to a store manager. And I wanted to scream at him.
See, exactly.
Bro, when you were a fucking cart pusher, did you come into work and be like, gee, Willie, gotta get these carts put away. I hope they pay me what I deserve, but oh well, let's worry about that later. The carts need to go back. Fuck no, you didn't, cocksucker, because you have a fucking family. You have people that fucking worry about you. You have fucking bills to pay, all right? Don't fucking ever, someone in your position fucking speak to someone at the base level like that. You were there, man. You don't fucking remember what it's like? Look, when I'm a manager and I'm making what a manager should make, then I'll worry about the job first. Another thing he said, which I love, is he goes, no one gets paid for a job before they do it. And I'm like, bullshit, idiot!
It's like, what kind of world does he live in?
And I'm sorry, your salary, Jaron, that means they pay you whether you're in the store or not. Essentially means they're paying you before you're doing the job, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Guess you didn't really fucking think about that one. But he's the type of guy, I couldn't say anything. Eventually, I just shut the fuck up. I stood there. I nodded my head. I shook his hand. I said, all right. And I fucking walked away. You know what happened? You know what happened to that end cap? He goes, how about we partner together? Storeside will help you on that one, and we'll fill the end cap for you, which is what he should have fucking done in the first place. He put someone on to fill it. You know how many they put in there? 2. There's supposed to be 8. They put 2. I put 1 the day before. So, I mean, they didn't really do anything.
That was
like.
I don't know, you're shitting you. That was the greatest thing ever. I was expecting this big build-up to say, well, I put 18. No, I put 1.
That's my point, though, is I put 1 product in the home. That's all I had time to do. I have more shit to do. And they could only manage 2 themselves. So what the fuck are you getting on me about if it can't even be fucking filled, cocksucker? Ugh. Yeah, so that was fun. That was great. I enjoyed that.
I love that, man. Yeah, you had a more eventful day than I did. That's for sure.
Dude, I keep having eventful days. I had fucking eventful day yesterday. I told you a little bit about it. I got my first write-up ever in 12 years of working for performance yesterday. I've gotten written up for attendance.
That's right. And the only reason I remember that is because I remember telling you about the first time I gave Lee his only job, and he's only okay. I remember that.
and granted, what I get written up for was very stupid. So in the write-up, it was listed as yelling and foul language. And that's probably because in front of my boss, I said, "Shut the fuck up, Jared!" to one of my coworkers.
Is that really using foul language, though?
I mean, when you're on the sales floor...
there's a proper fucking fine line between that kind of nonsense.
Well, here's the thing. I'll say it's foul language, but I'll say that wasn't yelling.
It's not like you're saying, like, this is a cocksucker of an afternoon, right?
You can't say fuck.
You can get away with saying that, but you can't say you're a cocksucker. Dude, you never said
Frankie,
you never used a derogative term towards him. You just described this situation.
I think you're missing something there. When at my work and at most places of business that are corporate, you cannot say this is a cocksucking afternoon. You can't say that, Frankie, because you can't use foul language like cock and fuck and shit.
You can't even use the term sucking.
No, you can say sucking.
You want to be using.
I don't know why you're saying sucking. Maybe you shouldn't be saying the word sucking if you're working in a corporate place. Like, yeah, I'm really sucking that guy's dick off. But you can't say dick.
You can say this job sucks, but you can't say this job is sucking my ass, because that's a different thing altogether.
There's context.
Exactly. That's the words I was looking for. There's context, man.
So, and then today I went to a fucking leadership class at work. So it's been up, down, like...
Right, sorry, listeners. I've been meaning to ask him about this the whole fucking conversation, because he sent me a message saying, I've just been involved in a leadership class. And I'm like,
well, I was explaining why I was going to be late.
Of course you need to take these classes. And you replied saying, well, apparently I do.
Yeah, because I didn't know what you fucking meant, because you didn't put any goddamn context.
Right, dude,
I'm like, does he mean that as a positive?
Pause for a second. I'm going to take a piss, but when I come back from a piss, I want you to tell me about these leadership classes that you've been taking.
Now I know it's a bad thing. I wasn't sure. Right, now I'm aware. You cocksucker. Fuck you, Frankie. God damn it. You can really tell when Frankie's been drinking more, because he tells me to tell a story and then interrupts me fucking 15 times in that story, and I end up having to repeat myself over and over. And I mean, how many fucking times did I say the word salary in that last story there? Jesus Christ. But that's all right. Fuck you.
I fucking love you, man.
God damn it. I was so not sure if it was like a positive thing, like, yeah, boy, you take those classes. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Fuck you. All right, let's be fair, okay?
You're my
Leadership
favorite
class
leader of all time, man.
does not mean they're training me to be a leader.
Like Julius
means
Caesar, right?
They are training me on the store side information that I need to know to become a supervisor. So all the sales plan and all the comps and all the fucking markdowns and department, like plans and all that shit, like all the numbers behind just going into a store and putting something on the shelf and walking out. I'm taking a 2-month class
how to use a price gun. This is
No.
how to use a pricing gun.
No,
Frank.
cocksucker! I already know how to use a price gun! It's literally part of my everyday job! And we don't have guns anymore, asshole! We have phones! They're price phones! Smartphones!
You're not even shitting me either, are you?
I'm not! I'm not!
It's amazing.
We have these
Of
big
course
ass-
it is, man.
We have these big-ass fucking smartphones that are, like, designed for, like, management, and like, inventory
Of
management.
course, because
because
it's fucking barcodes. It's not stickers anymore. It's barcodes.
Well, we print stickers, we print labels, but yes,
Yeah,
they have a
that's it.
barcode on them.
Mhm.
No, I already
That's
know
cool,
how to
man.
do that. And I already know how to do that better than 80% of the people who work in the store. Again, what I'm learning is how to make and reach like a sales plan, how to know what's selling right, how to make sure things are selling proper, how to make sure your people have the product knowledge and the resources they need so that they can sell things right, so that we can meet plan, so that we can all get a bonus in 6 months. Because every 6 months we get a bonus based on how well the store does. And for the past couple years, we've gotten shit because our store doesn't reach plan. Because the plan keeps growing, and we're making the same amount we made last year, but they're telling us to make more. So we don't make that, so they're like, well, you didn't make it, so we don't have to give you anything. Suck it. They're like, well, didn't we give you the same amount as we gave you last year?
Suck it.
They're like, yeah, you did, but suck it. We want growth,
I like it.
not fucking steady. So no, I'm not learning how to use the price gun. Are you learning how to use a price gun? You learn how to use a price... Fuck you.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm really drunk. I'm actually really drunk.
I know. I mentioned that while you were away.
Oh, did you? Cool. Because
Yeah,
I've
don't worry
got...
about it.
Sorry, carry on. I am
Yeah.
drunk.
Actually, when I worked at Walmart, I did actually use a price gun. Now, it was a mix
Poof.
between a price gun and what we have now. It was the step in between of just the type, and
Yeah.
like you
The
could
what type?
scan, but you
Sorry,
could
the what
also,
type?
like, the little sticker.
Yeah. Like, cool. Got
Yeah,
it. Got
I
you.
know. I know what you're talking about.
You fucking
This one-
monkey.
Fuck you.
You performing monkey bastard.
I hate
What
you.
type? Yeah, this type. And you were quite happy to do it as well. Yeah, this type.
I fucking hate Fuck you. I hate myself. Thanks. Hate myself now. It's great. Oh, look at this fucking monkey having to work for the corporate fucking gorilla. Fucking
If there was
gorilla.
any consolation, I just dropped a whole grinder full of weed on the floor.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Cool. Because it doesn't make
That's
me
a-
feel any better.
Yeah, that's I'm not gonna feel better by your misfortune.
Why? I just laughed at your misfortune. It's only
I
karma.
know. That's the point. I'm being the bigger man here. So everyone listening is like, man, that Frankie's a real cunt. But that Frank guy, he's a bigger man. He wouldn't even laugh at him when he dropped all his weed. Are you even going to pick it up, or are you just going to leave it?
I'm trying to find one of the... there's two lids. There's two halves of the thing. I'm trying to find the other half. I can't see it. I've got one of them. Okay, it might be a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a clap here. Yeah, future Frankie, while you're editing this, you're going around on the ground looking for your fucking grinder. So, all right, fuck, I'm done fucking talking about my work. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, your work sounds ass. Sounds ass.
It's all right. Okay, honestly, I guess I'm not done. Honestly, the worst part The worst part is of my job right now, of my position right now. The worst part is waking up at 4:30 in the morning. That sucks because I have to work at 5.
That's right. That's
Like
what?
it means I have to go to bed early every night, and I just me personally,
Do you live
I've been
quite
a night
close
owl.
to your work though?
What's that?
Sorry, man. Do you live quite close to your work? Because
Yeah,
to
like
wake up at
13
that
minutes.
time and then, yeah, totally cool.
Yeah, but
So
yeah,
you've got 15
I'm
minutes
nocturnal.
to get yourself ready. Have a shit. Have your first smoke of the day.
What? What are you talking about? I get paid to shit, motherfucker.
Do you have your first shit at work?
Yeah.
Oh man,
You
that's
betcha.
even
And my
better.
boss
Dude,
knows.
that's
My
even
boss
better.
knows I come in and shit every day. She knows for the first like 10, 15. I mean, not right away. Like it's usually like half an
Yeah,
hour
you
into
got,
the
you
shift.
got to let your bowels kick in, man. You can't just have a shit. You can't force it. You've got to walk about.
No,
for a
no,
minute
no.
or two.
I sit there.
Dude, I swear to God, you just went from here to here on my coolness charts, man. I go to fucking
I mean-
work. I go to work for a shit. Man.
Come on, like fuck that shit. Fuck waking up earlier to shit on my own toilet. Fuck no.
Every-
And the best part is that the store's still closed that early, so there's no one else in the bathroom, and the janitor has just cleaned it. So it's always a fresh toilet in the morning.
Dude, I really wish you had tits. If you had tits, I would genuinely have married you by now.
Would you suck my cock though?
Oh, definitely. As long as you had tits.
Okay.
As long as you had
Okay,
tits.
well that's
man.
fine. I mean, we can. I'd have to shave my chest, but we can look into implants.
Do you have a hairy chest? I never knew you had a hairy
Yeah.
chest.
Oh, dude, look at this beard. I'm a hairy bastard.
I wonder if I can put up with a hairy chest as long as you have tits. Right, get tits first, right? Right, I like what I'm seeing here right now.
Okay.
Get some tits first, and then
And then show you again.
yeah, we'll take it from there, man. Yeah, right. Get some tits.
Yeah, okay.
And then I'll see. And,
Yeah,
and if I can't deal, like, put it this way, right? If I can't deal with hairy tits, are you up for waxing them or like just like removing?
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
hair?
yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
cool? Are you cool? Right, cool. So at least we can come to some kind of compromise. Right, cool. I'm glad. Yeah, it's been a good night so far.
All right. Yeah.
I learnt a lot
Would
about
I
myself.
would I move over there, or would you move over here? You wouldn't move over here. You'd never leave Scotland.
Well, there was a thing that I always said that I would never move to America full time because I don't like the genetically modified food that you guys have. But
Yeah.
we just left Europe and are now doing genetically. This is the thing. It's been mass publicized. We are now aware.
Yeah, you were telling me.
the same genetically. I can't even say it. The same genetically modified food. We're doing trade deals with Trump, and so everything that you eat that makes you have boobs in the first place, we're a way to get that. And so, why fight it? Why fight it now? Let's just embrace it. I just now need to figure out whether I like hairy boobs or smooth boobs on a guy.
All right.
Not just
What are you thinking
any
about
guy,
size?
Your
On
guy.
me, yeah.
Yeah. On
What are you
you.
thinking size? Like, can I get like some like little apples? Or are you thinking like watermelons?
Well, I think they need to be kind of proportional. So they can still be small, just be proportional. As long as they
Probably
kind of
like-
have a handful. You can't get fat and then have small tits. Your tits have to get as big as your.
Yeah, probably
other
like a
fat
cantaloupe or something.
I don't know, dude. Right, so here's the deal, right? As long as they look good, I don't care what size you are. As long as they look good on you. If they look good, if they're nice, if they look like some puppy dog's ears that somebody's punched for 24 hours, then I'm not really into that. But if I don't know. If they look good, I'm into them. I'm sorry to put
Alright,
your
so
tits down. You've not even
I
got
just-
a
I
pair
just
of
got,
tits yet,
like-
and I'm like, I am. I'm trying to make you feel bad about tits you don't even have yet.
Oh no, don't worry about that. I just really thought about what we were talking about, and I was like, why the fuck are we talking about tits on me? And why are we talking about it so fucking much?
Because it's good to talk.
Why can't you get the tits?
Nah. You've already got the tits in this scenario.
God damn it.
We've established
All
it
right,
that
that's
much.
fair. That's fair. But you have to have a sex change. You got to get your wiener chopped off.
Even though you've got tits, I have to have my wiener chopped off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're lesbians now.
No, I've got a dick.
What? Well, no, wait a minute. Back up. And I never saw
no,
that
you already
coming.
knew this
And I mean
because
that in more
because
ways
when
than
you
one.
said, hold on, when you said you would marry me if I had tits, I asked, would you suck my cock? You said, of course. So you know, it's not like you just found out that I had a cock.
You're right.
But you know,
Dude, you Darren Browned me.
I do what I do.
Mm.
You're the one talking about tits on me. I'm gonna get what I can out of it.
I'm going to make you milk these tits.
Well, I don't know about that. You get a lot of hair in your mouth. Again, I just realized again. Let's stop talking about fucking tits on me.
Yeah,
God damn
that's
it.
right. We're still talking about your tits. But you know why, though? Because your tits are so magical. They don't
no.
even exist, and we're still like, these are the best tits on the
I mean, we're
planet.
both.
Like,
Well,
dude, I'm not even shitting you. I really do appreciate your tits.
I don't think I would get much done.
I don't think I'd get much done either.
I
'cause
think
we'd go,
that
dude, send
we
me a
would
selfie right now. A nude selfie. An upside
We would-
down nude selfie. Dude, can you stand on one leg while holding a Superman in your hand and then a balance of Batman in your ear? Toys I'm talking about. Not real Superman and Batman. Oh, that sounds like a Kirsty's in the kitchen.
Shh, a wild Kirsty appeared.
She mumbled something and then switched the light off. I might need to check the recording back later to see what. But there was definitely a wild. But you're right, dude. It was a wild Kirsty. She just appeared and then disappeared again, like a
And
ghost.
the worst one is when a wild Katie appears.
Oh,
Usually, she only appears in certain terrains, and she's very frightening when she appears. But it's usually all right. The terrain is a dark house. It's like
Your
I don't know,
house.
1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock. I've got some kind of
That's my
fucking chat going with some people, and I'm perhaps a little bit more enthusiastic than is warranted for that time. And I look over, and there's a wild Katie standing in the shadows with her head down, growling, staring at me. And I swear to God, I fucking jump every single goddamn time. She doesn't come out and say something. She just comes out and she stares at me until I turn and I'm like, ah!
Just you describing it, I'm like, holy shit, man, that's scary stuff.
Yeah, those wild Katies. Luckily, that's not a
Wild
common
Katies.
terrain that I'm in.
When they
Yeah.
get into the plural stage, and it's like they communicate with each other and like, let's take his bank account. I don't know where that come from. As far as I know, you've taken Katie's bank account and like, yeah, fuck this Katie.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's
No, I
plenty
told
more
you. I'm
Katies
pretty
in the
sure.
sea.
I'm pretty sure I've been very clear that maybe not on the pod, but I'm very clear that I have my own bank account. She has her own bank account. There's no reason to combine them because one of them has money in it and the other one's hers. So that's how it's gonna stay.
Katie just got franked.
Did you write any questions?
No, I just had the. Would you rather have these superpowers with a fucking
All right, yeah, I did tell you last night.
horizontally?
So
Yeah. Oh,
But-
that's right, because you worked out a game, didn't you?
yeah, we're supposed to play. Well, we can tease it for next episode or so, but we're gonna play another match of. Honestly, I think one of our favorite games that we've played, and it's Frank's Order versus Frankie's Chaos. Is the full title.
You're right, dude. I'm not even shitting you.
We shorten it to Order versus Chaos,
There's my
but
note. There's my note.
Yep.
Order versus
Yep.
chaos. It's
Yep.
right in front of me, man. It's right in fucking front of me.
The premise of the game, because last time we played it was when we were on SoundCloud still, those are gone. So I don't think anyone listening now has
No, they're
heard.
not yet. They've got a sneaky
Um,
chance. Well, there will be by the time they hear this, but they've got a sneaky chance to. I've got to delete them all one by one. There's no way of selecting
Yeah.
all the videos, all the
All the
things, and then-
files.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
so the premise of the game is really simple. Really, like Frankie sits there and he writes out a number of questions, and he writes them however he sees fit. Like like three.
That's a good description, though.
Yeah, 3 plus 3. Like that's all he'll write, and I'll write 6, and he'll go no 33 motherfucker, and I'm like,
Did I feel that I need to be honest in my description of this, because it's not really.
well, a lot of them you take from somewhere. You said you take like
no,
the
just
basis for a
whole
lot of them
formula.
somewhere.
Like I
Yeah.
steal a lot of the questions, but
Frankie,
that exact
Frankie, here's the thing.
formula is from.
You don't have to feel
Shooting
bad about
Stars,
that.
The British TV.
I've told
show,
you. Yeah, Shooting Stars. That's right. But you don't have to feel bad about that, because remember what my part of the game is I literally just go online and I look up general trivia and ask you those questions. So it's not like you're actually working by writing things down. I don't write anything down. I just look it up.
I just got this thing in front of me, and I'm like, yeah, how many bananas can Madonna eat in 12 minutes? I don't think I've ever even asked that. In fact, that's just something I made up on the spot. How many bananas do you think Madonna can eat in 12 minutes?
See, this is what I'm talking about. How am I?
Dude, I just made that question up, and I'm really curious.
Okay, hold
to
on,
see-
hold
like,
on,
you
hold
know
on, hold on.
Madonna, You know Madonna, you
Um,
know bananas, and you know minutes.
Okay.
So how many?
4.
4 bananas in 12 minutes.
And he doesn't
Madonna.
even have an answer for it himself.
no, but
he
I
makes
think-
the answer up.
Yeah, because we just come up with a question there, but I think Madonna could probably throw down, and I mean throw down, more bananas than that in 12 minutes. She's just
All right,
chucking them
so-
down.
So that's like the type of his questions, and he gets very amused. Now here's one of mine.
As you can tell.
Which Frank? All right, here's one of mine. Which planet is the hottest in
He
the solar
gets
system?
very amused. Hey, sorry,
Which
man.
planet is the hottest? Which is the hottest planet in the solar system?
The sun.
No, the sun's not a planet, idiot.
Well, it'll be Mars then. No, wait a minute. What's closer than Mars? The one closer than Mars. That one.
Earth?
No. Oh, you're right. Yeah. So the one closer
Venus
than
or
Earth.
Mercury?
The one closer than
I'll
Earth.
I'll give you 50-50 shot because we're not actually playing the game right now. Venus or Mercury?
Well, I don't know which one comes first, so I'm going to take a 50-50 guess at Venus.
You're correct. But Venus is still not the first. It's Mercury first, then Venus, then Earth,
How
then
can
Mars.
it be correct
but
and then
Venus.
not be correct?
Well, you are correct, but you were saying which one comes first. It has nothing to do with which one comes first. It has to do with which one is hottest. Anyways, so that's a sampling of the game. His nonsense that he gets amused by,
That's
that
right,
I get
that's what
annoyed
was
by,
happening, yeah.
and then my actual facts that he doesn't know and has to guess. It's a great game. I swear we have fun every fucking time we play it. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. I'm not done much.
I did a 1,000-piece jigsaw in 2 hours. That's pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah, I saw you'd uploaded to YouTube. I haven't had a chance to watch it and fucking hate on it yet because I just got home and
I
took
know
a
you
shower and called
haven't,
you.
because I mentioned in that video at about this point is where Frank Noble would have hated on me. Yeah, it's not known who all the characters was because it was a giant Marvel jigsaw, so there was like 400 characters on the one photo. And
I'll give you a pass on Marvel. I give anyone a pass on Marvel because as much as I love Marvel, it's not DC. I don't give you a pass on DC. You got to know all the DC characters.
Dude, one of the things that threw me, and I'm no shitting you, right? It was one little piece. I got all the border done, and then I maybe got a third of the fucking jigsaw done, and through the third of the jigsaw, I had this corner of somebody's eyeball. It was the corner of it was that section of the fish. You saw the eyeball, you saw the forehead, you saw the eyeball, and you saw the cheekbone, right? And I couldn't fucking... Dude, all the way through this, I'm like, this character doesn't exist in this fucking picture. The granddad who sent me this, he chucked in this extra piece to fuck with me. This is from a different jigsaw. This is not... Dude, it wasn't even somebody's eyeball. It was the fold on somebody's elbow on their sleeve. Dude, I never knew this.
Okay, hold on.
Dude, I never knew this, right? Here's the thing.
No,
here's the thing. I'm fucking for fucking 3 or 4 days. I'm frustrated at this thing. Like, I can't find this character. Doesn't exist. He doesn't.
What do you mean
exist
3 or 4 days? I thought you said you did it in 2 hours.
Yeah, editing it looked like I did.
Yeah. All the fucking secrets come out, motherfucker. This is going on your YouTube too. No.
Cut that
No, cocksucker.
But anyway,
fucking
right?
Days you were upset. Days.
I went for a shower, and when I come back from the shower, I had a video on my phone that Kirsty had sent me that she had filmed herself on her mobile phone, finding exactly where that piece should go. I'm like, you fuck cheeky bitch, man. Dude, I refused to even open that video file for days because I'm like, no, I'm not opening that. There's no way I'm admitting that you got that with it. That I spat the dummy out.
Okay, so you were talking about the large eyeball though, right? Even though it wasn't an eye.
Yeah, it wasn't
made
even
me
an
think
eyeball.
It made me think of this this Joe Rogan I was watching the other day with the guy's name is Garrett Reisman, and this guy is an astronaut, right?
That's in my recommended. I've not watched that
okay,
yet, man.
Okay, motherfucker, watch this shit because he tells this story like he's an astronaut, but he does extreme like survivaling. He lived on the bottom of the fucking ocean, like 60 feet down underwater for like a week or like 2 weeks or something, right?
Wow, man.
And he's telling this fucking story of
like living in space, the same kind of pressure and
right?
floatless. Like,
except for get this shit. So it's like this little pod down there, right? And he talks about how when you have to go to the bathroom, like if you have to go pee, like in the middle of the pod is essentially it's like on the is a pool, and what it's doing is it's just a hole that goes into the water. And the only thing that keeps the water out is the air pressure in this little pod. Mm-hmm. So you can literally jump in this pool and you're in the fucking ocean.
Not only that, those machines, those pods operate like they have an intake of water to make them go lower, and to make them the more buoyant, they repel the water, if that's a word for moving water out. They bring in water to make them heavier.
Yeah.
Like that's how a submarine works.
No, yeah, I know.
And it gets heavier and it sinks.
So anyway, what he's talking about when you have to like go to the bathroom. And he's like, if you have to go number 1, you just go in the pool. You have to go number 2 though. Don't want.
That's the thing. Deep sea divers don't know when they're upside down.
Well, this pod knows it's always one direction because if it flipped...
they're in the pod. I thought you were talking about like they're down this depth and they're taking a shit and they don't know which way's up.
Well, here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Okay, so no, when they have to take a shit, he's like, you don't want to just hop in the pool and shit because it'll just float up into the pool and then you got a floater, right? So he's like, what you do is he's like you don't take oxygen, you just take your mask and your fins. And you pop down, and there's like about like 10 feet away is a little another little like kind of dome that has air inside, and what you do is you swim over there, you pop your head up so you can breathe, you let in some fresh air, and you release, right? And he's like the worst part about it is though that the fish like came to like realize this, like, and they would fucking like go after the poop, and he's like they'd be eating it fucking from your butt, right? Well, here's the thing. He's telling the story. He's out at night once.
He got whelk stuck to his ass.
No. Okay, no. Like, remember the eyeball you were talking about, the giant eyeball? Mm-hmm. That's what this story. That's what brought this story to mind. So he's in there, and it's nighttime, so it's black. They're 60 feet down underwater, like and so already little light penetrates, not that much as normal, and it's nighttime, so it's just black, and all you have is a flashlight, right? So it's black all fucking around you.
If
You're
your
in the
flashlight even
middle of the
is
fucking
effective-
ocean. You're in the middle of the ocean. All you got on is like your skivvies, fucking goggles and your mask, whatever, and flippers. And he says, he does his business, and then he pops down, takes a breath, pops down from the dome, and right in fucking front of him is this giant fucking eyeball. Like he's like dinner, like saucer plate size.
Right, cool. I've got
Like-
you, so it's going to be one of my scenarios. That wasn't even really an eyeball. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
No, it was. And he said it was the scariest fucking thing ever. And he swam for his goddamn life back to the fucking pod. And he pops up and he's screaming. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
Ah, man,
What
sorry,
the
I
fuck?
thought you meant he popped down, like he just popped out from the pod, and that's what he saw instantly. All right, cool.
Yeah,
So-
no,
so
he
he's a
popped down
distance
from the.
away, man, yeah.
Yeah, he's like 10 feet. No, yeah, he was taking a shit. He was taking a
That's
shit.
Right, you said that
And-
to start off with before.
And he's just done, and he pops down,
course.
and there's this giant saucer fucking sized eye staring at him. Just like I can't imagine, like that freak me the fuck out. But anyways, listen to it's
What
Joe
would you-
Rogan Experience.
What would you think it was?
1425,
Like a
I
squid?
believe.
Do you think? What was your first?
No,
instinct
it was some kind of like
No, what would you
kingfish
think
or something.
it was? Like, what would your first What would your first thought be when you saw that? Would you think it was a squid, a UFO, a dead whale,
I don't-
fucking
a
whatever,
UFO. It's a
They're-
fucking eyeball.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Like, what would your first? That's
I would
why I'm
think-
asking.
I would
You
think-
fucking-
I would think it was death. I would think that it was death. I would see that, and I would be like, oh God, I don't believe in you, and now the darkness comes as I died.
Hmm.
That's what I would think. Now, first off,
I
I wouldn't be
deserve
spending
this.
2 weeks under the ocean, but, so I would never I wouldn't go up into space either.
Dude, are you
So-
a fan? Because I genuinely am not a fan of the open waters. Are you a fan of, like, is that even something that you would
Fuck
do?
no.
Nah, me neither. Fuck that. I'm not stupid, man. God put man on fucking land, on the planet for so, like, we evolved from being microscopical fucking mitochondrial DNA.
And we crawled our ass
evolved
out
from
of the
that-
fucking water.
Exactly.
We were like,
grew legs
fuck
for a
that
reason,
shit.
man.
I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
We're
out.
of here.
I don't like it.
Yep. Fuck you, Mum. I'm not coming back. I've moved out.
If I was a lion and you were a tuna, I would swim out into the ocean and bang your fucking tuna girlfriend.
Dude, you could tune a fish, but you can't tune a piano.
Oh man, that was lame.
That was pretty lame. Right, go,
I was
go and
quoting
best
the
that.
other guys.
Go best that then. Best it, or that's how we end the
Okay.
episode.
Okay, so
Weekend's not the same now, oh no. It's been a while since it was, though. I can get to sleep now, not on my floor. West Side and Steve now. I don't know.